Entering settings screen, you have 28 options. Menu narration option is set to auto selected.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. This fielded right at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. In motion comes the tight end left. Allen now looks to throw. It'll go as a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got that complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Allen going to throw. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14.
1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Now a give right side. Chambers. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Richardson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll set up a throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Here we go.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, what a move. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big gain there for the Bills. And even 40 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw with Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Allen now on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ethan Evans now. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether your quarterback defends a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Nowhere to turn here, he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one's incomplete.
tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
It's hauled in by Baldwin. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 72 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied at 7.
Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now out come the Bills. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is where close games feel. because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run on first down. It's Glover. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To the air, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Let's ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set, ready. Blue 32. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime now here on Sunday night prime time. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime report.
Trip through the NFL.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Come on, ready.
On 3rd down, it's Chambers. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll run again with Richardson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Green Jack.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Chambers. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from capturing the lead. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Wiggles free. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing now is Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Glover. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. And a point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is up to 5. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And out come the Chiefs now.
Okay, right.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And that went off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. 60 red. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Block 40.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this down the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you got to chill.
Ready. 52, blue. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLeod.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. A give to the fullback on the dive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Glover. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 63 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Allen now looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. He returns the kickoff at even 90 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Glover. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. To throw is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready. Hut.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 14 yards. And the Chiefs will add to their 4th quarter lead. Complete at the 1. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Allen. It's caught inside the 25. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's clever.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. 2nd down, goal to go. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Groupie able to add the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Set.
On the ground, here's Richardson again. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.